if I'm a Seattle fan as well, do I even want Baker Mayfield? This man can't throw the ball. He couldn't throw the ball to Odell Beckham.
At that point, I'd rather keep Drew Lock.
Facts. I'd rather roll with Drew Lock, see what he's about, and if he ain't the guy, let's go in the draft. Why get these two young quarterbacks and be
play Drew Lock, and if you want tank, play Geno.
There you go, and we go in the draft to get a quarterback.
I've always liked Tennessee as an option for Baker Mayfield if he's able to sign there for a cheap 1-year deal. You never know.
Why do I want him in Tennessee?
Well,
he's Ryan Tannehill, really? Ain't he? Yeah, pretty much the same thing as Ryan Tannehill.
If Ryan Tannehill falters, put Baker Mayfield in.
I'm basically doing the same thing.
I know, yeah. But at this point, but still, might as well try.
You never know.
But
I mean, the same thing happened with Tannehill.
I think Tannehill's better though.
Yeah,
Tannehill's a better quarterback than Baker Mayfield. At least he can run and he's bigger.
Yeah,
you say that. But
yeah.
I mean, if you're Tennessee,
but I'm also looking at it from a point of Tennessee doesn't even have a good backup quarterback. You look at their backup; it's Logan Woodside.
Yeah,
I think Baker Mayfield gets released.
Yeah, I'm saying like if he gets released, he latches on.
If he gets released, he needs to go. He need to go play like Atlanta or something like that. Try to see if he can get a job at Atlanta or one of those kind of.
That could be one. I think Tampa Bay would be
maybe I go see what Washington's talking about. Carson Wentz might mess it up, and I can go play in Washington.
I think Tampa Bay could take a chance on him too. Learn from
maybe New York if the Giants move on from Daniel Jones, the ball maybe could have the same kind of effect.
maybe Giants,
with Josh Allen. I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, it's going to be a very confusing and odd situation up until he does leave Cleveland. It's going to be ugly no matter what.
Because they have 4 quarterbacks on the roster right now.
I mean, it's really odd. I mean, I know if I'm Baker, I know where I stand. I'm already getting my stuff packed up. We moving out. Cause I know I'm going to be here. I know where it is. I'm out. It doesn't matter where I'm going. And the fact that's also another thing. The fact nobody has traded for him yet should tell you what the market looking like.
Well, I think the Browns are holding out just to see what happens.
Yeah, it's not a matter of teams.
Why? Let me hold on for what? If I have Jacoby Brissett.
Well, because they want at least a third, second round pick for him.
Yeah.
But the fact you're probably gonna. But
if you hold on to him, if somebody gets injured or in training camp, the Baker's price will go up.
Because we talked about this last week because you remember when Teddy Bridgewater went down from Minnesota.
I know.
Minnesota went out and traded for Sam Bradford.
Let me ask you this though. I can go get Jimmy Garoppolo. I'd rather have Jimmy Garoppolo than Baker Mayfield.
Well, the Niners might want to keep Garoppolo. Trey Lance isn't ready.
No, based on what the Giants said, you got to play Trey Lance. And I think, honestly, you got to play Trey Lance. You traded all that stock to get him. You got to play him. You can't play Jimmy G again. But
also, it's weird how Jimmy G hasn't been traded yet.
Yeah. Because he had injury. His injury messed him up also.
And he still could be traded. Carolina is a team that needs a quarterback. And if, let's say, they opt to choose an offensive tackle or any other position besides quarterback with that 6th overall pick, they don't have another pick until the 4th round. So I don't see them getting one there. So at that point, you trade maybe a next year's 3rd or 4th for Jimmy G. That's one starting spot already gone. So yeah, I could see Baker with a team losing a quarterback in training camp.
I can call Jimmy Garoppolo. I call Cam Newton up. I can see what they want for Jimmy Garoppolo.
I would take Baker over Cam
right now.
Cam at this point is a shell of what he used to be.
Yes.
Cam was bad.
And Baker has no shell to go off of. So
Cam was bad last year.
At least with Baker, there's still potential.
Okay, let me ask you this: what team is? It depends on also the team and what my position is. What I'm trying to do with my season. It depends what team it is. Also,
I think to me it's a matter of right now. I think Baker gives me a better chance to win games.
If I was a contending team, and I lost my quarterback. Let's say if I was the Rams and I lost Stafford.
I'd rather call Philly and see if I can go get the backup that was in Jacksonville.
Minshew.
I think Minshew's better than him right now. Minshew could play and carry you better than Baker Mayfield can. I call about Minshew. I can call about Joe Flacco maybe and see if he can just hold on the fort. I'm not saying Joe Flacco's the guy, but Joe Flacco would be a decent quarterback.
Yeah, I'll take that.
I can call about Andy Dalton. I can call about Nick Foles. If I'm a contender, I can definitely call about Nick Foles. I'm a contender because that man known for winning.
We know what Nick Foles do.
Baker Mayfield is better than all of those guys.
No, he is not. I'm asking you. If you're just talking for 1 year, I'm a contender trying to still win. Do I want Baker Mayfield still have to do is a project and has to play a certain type of way, or I rather Nick Foles who's experienced, been in a Super Bowl, won a Super Bowl, MVP?
You can't ask me that question because I'm unbiasedly on the Nick Foles train.
Andy Dalton.
I am all for chaos.
Baker Mayfield. I think Baker Mayfield's whoever gets him. It's a project. Even if you're a contender, he's a project. He's not. You can't tell him to win.
If the Rams are on the verge of a wild card spot and you need X, Y, and Z to happen, and you have to win out your games, give me Nick Foles over anybody.
Okay, in that case,
give me
if I lost
Nick Foles.
If I lost Stafford at the end of the season, I'm heading into the playoffs. Sure, I'm picking up Nick Foles. But if I need someone to play 16 games,
Nick Foles can't play 16 games.
He can't play 16 games.
No. In crunch time, if you need X, Y, and Z to happen, Nick Foles is your guy.
That's why Nick Foles didn't work out in Jacksonville. when he's a backup who's thrust into a starting job,
we know he had
the man is great.
Yeah.
Same with
Okay,
Andy
well,
Dalton.
Minshew. I think Minshew's better than Baker Mayfield.
Again, when he's a backup,
Minshew didn't get no fair. He played pretty good in Jacksonville. He just didn't get a fair opportunity for it. Let's be honest. That team was just bad. He was actually a decent quarterback in Jacksonville.
Well, they were taken for Lawrence. We all knew.
Well,
it.
we all knew that. But I'm just saying, I'd rather have guys like that than a guy that's still trying to prove, that still doesn't know what he is and still trying to find out what he is as a quarterback. Minshew knows what he is. Nick Foles knows what all those guys I named know what they are as quarterbacks. They know where they stand in the league. This guy right here still thinks he could be a star quarterback. So this is basically
he still has potential to be.
He does.
I'll never shut him.
He does.
But you also have Tua Tagovailoa as your quarterback, so I guess you have to kind of back and defend this kind of stuff.
Oh, okay.
But
yeah.
no, what I'm saying is,
Yeah.
not even trying shots at Tua right now.
No.
What I'm saying
shots were thrown.
Yeah, of course I were. I mean, you threw shots at me earlier, but it's all good. What I'm saying is, if I'm a team that's contending, I don't have time to try to train a guy and get a guy's confidence up and try to build an offense around this guy. Because you can't just throw. Let's be honest, can you throw Baker Mayfield into the Rams offense and tell him, "Hey, this is how we gonna play"?
Hold on.
Actually,
wait.
you know who I would call in all seriousness? I call Washington. They got two dudes over there.
Heineke?
No, Fitzpatrick too.
Fitzpatrick, yeah, that's another guy. There you go.
Again, Fitzpatrick
Actually, Fitz is like Nick Foles.
as a backup.
No,
Fitz is
like Nick Foles.
Okay, it's also like this.
He's
Add this
good.
also. Any contending team that loses a quarterback probably ain't, especially in today's day, you're not probably winning the Super Bowl that year anyway. Let's be honest.
Nick Foles.
You're
did
still
it.
gonna try. I'm not gonna tell you.
So the Chiefs lose
hold
Pat
on.
Mahomes.
So you telling me I'm gonna tell a guy like Aaron Donald, hey, fuck it, we're not playing.
No,
we're
you don't
not
have to tell
playing
Aaron
like
Donald that. Aaron Donald knows that. If the Chiefs lose Pat Mahomes, knock on wood, and they bring in Baker Mayfield, they are not going to win the Super Bowl.
If I'm signing,
They're not contenders no more.
If I'm signing all these guys, like let's say, because you look at the Rams roster right now, they signed all these guys for 1 year deals, cheap deals just for a chance to win a Super Bowl, right? So I'm telling them, hey, you signed this contract, it was a waste of time. You could have signed anywhere else.
That's how sports goes, bro. That's how the sports works.
But look, hear me out, because you always talk about like, oh, I don't know, like about Baker Mayfield and like what coach like offensive, like what you just say about Baker?
I said that Baker Mayfield still thinks he's a star quarterback. He's to come in. You have to change your offense to fit him. Like Sean McVay did with Jared Goff.
Okay. Hear me out. Now you just said you have to have an offense change. So you put him with one of the most offensive-minded coaches in the game, and you're telling me he can't get nothing out of Baker Mayfield?
He's gonna get the same thing. My thing is, DeAndre, you're talking about contending teams. He got the same thing out of Jared Goff. It's the same thing. Actually, worse. I think Jared Goff's a better player than Baker Mayfield right now. That's the same thing. You're not getting.
Javante, I question you, man, because Baker Mayfield is more talented than Jared Goff.
But Jared Goff's a game manager too. They're both game managers at this point.
But Baker is more talented.
You keep on going based off, this man's been in the league for 6 years, and we're talking about the same thing. At some point, we gotta look at the numbers and say this guy ain't what these other guys are that was in his class. We gotta compare it to all these other young guys that are coming up in this league. Let's be honest. If Malik Wilson's a ball, we'll see what he is.
Okay, fine. You say that he's not as good as players in his class. Then what about Eli? Eli wasn't as good as Ben Roethlisberger. Eli wasn't as good.
Eli's not that good.
But Eli did enough. To win a
because
championship.
Eli also had guys around him. He had Michael Strahan. He had great players around him.
Javante, what do the Rams? What do the Rams have around Baker Mayfield? You got Aaron Donald. You got a fucking defensive MVP.
But you've had that.
You got Bobby Wagner.
You've had a great defense for years. The problem is Jared Goff was never that good. That the divisions.
And they still made it. Even with Jared Goff, they still made the Super Bowl.
And they were a playoff team year in and year out.
Yes, you can only get so much. We're talking about a contender. Come on now. And also, you brought up Eli. Man, that was literally over 10 years ago, bro. The league was different back then. You could run the ball and call it a day. You could play a guy like shout out my man from Baltimore. You could play a guy like that and winning games with defense. You can't do that no more. You have to be able to put up points. Let's be honest. Baker Mayfield ain't outscoring nobody. Let's be honest. Okay, match this. If you have Baker Mayfield, let's say Batch got hurt and Baker Mayfield's your starting quarterback on the Rams. Are you taking him over San Francisco?
Yes.
If Jimmy Garoppolo, say you take that team over San Francisco coming into the season.
I take the team over San Francisco. Yes.
Why?
Well, it's the same. If you're gonna throw that argument out, eye for eye, they're pretty much the same kind of team. If it's a matter of quarterback, if it's Garoppolo or Baker, I take Baker over Garoppolo.
But let me ask you this though: the quarterback position, right? Say Trey Lance is the quarterback. Sean McVay offense is built more around throwing the ball. Look at the receiving core they had. They have Allen Robinson. They went and added more receivers. They're based around throwing the football.
That's what Baker did at Oklahoma.
But that is what he did.
Baker did that at Oklahoma.
But we saw he graduated with Freddie Kitchens. He couldn't sling it, and he had Odell Beckham and those same guys.
Freddie Kitchens is no longer coaching.
Sean McVay.
He ain't Sean McVay. I agree with that. But I'm just saying, we look at Jared Goff, a guy who was slinging in college. It is what it is.
Jared Goff wasn't slinging like
He wasn't
that.
He can throw the ball though.
He throw,
Because where he became now.
But he wasn't.
But
he didn't have the offense.
But
like
was
Baker
Jared
Mayfield
Goff
running.
was Jared Goff year in and year out a Heisman candidate?
No.
But that's because the Oklahoma offense, everybody's a Heisman candidate when you go to Oklahoma, except for Caleb Williams this year. Jalen Hurts was a Heisman candidate.
But that's
Kyler Murray,
that's
everybody.
what I'm trying to say, Javonte, is that if you get a Sean McVay, offensive-minded guy like him, he can make an offense
He'll make it work.
He can make Baker Mayfield
And you're
feel
talking-
comfortable enough.
And
where
you're
it's
talking about, hold
similar
on.
to an
You're talking about
Oklahoma
offensive line that's not that good. To be honest, the offensive line Matt Stafford was getting hit a lot. You're talking about a guy who's very injury prone. Does he even make it through 17 games? You're talking about Nick Foles. Can Baker Mayfield make it through 17 games in a division where it's very much, hey, we gonna get after you and hit you?
I'll
First
say
of
this,
all.
if Baker Mayfield got hurt after let's say a certain amount of games, then at that point, then you can say, all right.
But my thing is, you're talking about Nick Foles with injuries. You're talking about Nick Foles with injuries and stuff like that. Let's see if Baker Mayfield can make it through 17 games.
First
I know,
of
that's
all,
what I'm saying. But if Baker Mayfield got hurt at the end of the day, I can say, you know what? At least we tried. At least we tried to find a replacement. It didn't work out. He got hurt. Fuck it. Let's just tank this year.
correction, Javonte. It's not a matter of if Nick Foles can play 17 games. He only needs to play about 4
Okay,
to get you where you need to be.
But my point is, Baker Mayfield already has injury issues. And you're talking about a division that's gonna be beating him up.
That's fair.